Every gardener has heard the advice: make a compost pile, turn it regularly, wait months, and eventually you'll have rich soil. But what if the pile isn't necessary? What if there's a way to feed your garden that is faster, simpler, and far more effective, without waiting weeks or fighting with a compost fork? The secret lies in cardboard. Yes, the humble corrugated box, often discarded, can do more for your soil than any traditional pile ever will. Once you understand how and why, it becomes the ultimate soil building tool. Why cardboard works better than traditional compost piles. Cardboard is pure carbon in a convenient, slow-release form. In traditional composting, balancing carbon and nitrogen is a constant headache. Too much nitrogen, and the pile smells. Too much carbon, and nothing happens. By placing cardboard directly into your soil, you give microbes a stable carbon source that decomposes gradually, feeding soil life steadily instead of all at once. The corrugated structure also creates air pockets in dense clay or compacted beds, improving drainage and encouraging root growth. Unlike compost piles, which require turning and monitoring, cardboard quietly does its work beneath the soil surface. How to apply cardboard to your garden the right way. The method is simple but precise. Start by layering cardboard directly on the soil surface or in shallow trenches, roughly 1 inch thick. For large sheets, tear or cut them into strips to avoid air gaps that can trap water and slow decomposition. Then add a nitrogen source to balance the carbon. Kitchen scraps, grass clippings, or even diluted manure. A good ratio is about 2 parts cardboard to 1 part green matter by volume. Lightly water the layers to kickstart microbial activity, and then cover with a thin layer of soil or mulch to prevent wind and pests from disturbing the setup. Over time, the cardboard breaks down in place, feeding microbes, fungi, and earthworms, while simultaneously loosening dense soil. Why this beats piling compost. Traditional piles are slow, often requiring months to produce usable humus. And during that time, soil beds remain largely unchanged. Cardboard doesn't sit idle, it interacts with the soil immediately. Microorganisms start colonizing it as soon as it touches the ground, and the structure helps aerate heavy soils. Unlike compost piles that can become anaerobic if neglected, cardboard in place maintains a natural oxygen-rich environment. This method also reduces nutrient loss. In piles, nutrients often leach out into the surrounding area, especially during heavy rains. When cardboard decomposes in the soil, the nutrients stay where plants need them most. In my own garden, I compared 2 adjacent clay plots. One received a traditional compost application, turned weekly, while the other was layered with cardboard strips and grass clippings left undisturbed. Within 8 weeks, the cardboard-treated plot was noticeably softer, roots penetrated easily, and earthworms were thriving. By mid-season, seedlings established faster and produced stronger growth than those in the compost plot. Another example is raised beds. Cardboard lining at the bottom, topped with greens and mulch, created a lazy compost trench that accelerated humus formation while reducing weeds. In these setups, I used roughly 2 to 3 large cardboard sheets per square meter, interspersed with 1 to 2 liters of kitchen scraps every couple of weeks. The best time to implement cardboard layering is during fall or early spring, when soil moisture is moderate. Too wet and decomposition may stall, too dry and microbial activity slows. Lightly watering the layers every couple of weeks keeps decomposition steady. There's minimal maintenance required. Simply top up with seasonal greens or leaves as they become available. Unlike piles that demand frequent turning, cardboard in the soil does the work for you, quietly building structure and fertility. Clay and compacted soils are where cardboard shows its true power. By breaking up the dense structure and feeding life directly into the soil, These once unfriendly beds become loose, airy, and plant-ready. The slow decomposition mimics forest floors, where layers of leaves, bark, and organic debris feed soil biology continuously, not in a single burst. Over months, the combination of carbon, nitrogen, and moisture forms crumbly humus that supports healthy roots and long-term fertility. Cardboard isn't just a waste product, it's a hidden garden ally. By layering it correctly and pairing it with green matter, gardeners can bypass the time, effort, and unpredictability of traditional compost piles. It feeds soil life directly, loosens compacted soil, and produces humus faster than you'd expect. This method is inexpensive, sustainable, and easy for gardeners of all levels, proving that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. If you found this method helpful, make sure to subscribe to Soil Doctor and share this guide with fellow gardeners. Turning your soil into rich, fertile ground doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a cardboard box,